What's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
Just air dried like a dog. Anyways, so what's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
Just air dried like a dog. Anyways, so what's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
Just air dried like a dog. Anyways, so
Let's go.
yo, yo, yo.
We're here. And it's a Wednesday.
It's Wednesday and we're here for it.
Exactly. Well, yesterday I had a major brain, like, I'm a brain fart because, like, I was doing my stream, doing my thing, just hanging out, and then, like, I was going to be done. And, like, tomorrow, and then in my brain, I'm like, what day is it right now? And I'm like, it's my birthday tomorrow. And I'm like, but there's, like, what a Wednesday tomorrow, but my birthday is on a Thursday, and I was just really just like, I could not get my day straight, and I'm like, what is going on? What day is anything? I was, like, so confused.
You're like, I swear it's tomorrow, but it
just
not?
Feels wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm turning Cleese up, turning me down a little bit. Let's see how that goes.
That's so unusual.
What?
Just that I'm quiet because I'm so loud.
Yeah.
Normally, you know. I know you have a mixer. It's just like I'm just not used to me being called out as being quiet, I guess.
Yeah.
That's my point.
I'd rather, like, someone tell us than, like, I go back and I'm like, Khalees is like a mouse. Like, what the hell is this?
No. Like, yep, send it. Here we go.
Like, that's happened before with, like, other games and such. Like, this one time I streamed on Pokemon Snap from like start to end. And I was having a great time. I was like, this took all day. And like people were like popping in and out of chat and I was talking to them. So I thought my sound was great because like we're talking. They're answering me, I'm answering them. And then all of a sudden at the last stage of the game, I swear to God, last stage, I was done the game. Someone pops in and they're like, oh, by the way, like your game is really loud. And I'm like, but how loud could it possibly be since I'm talking to people? And I played it back and it was fucking loud. I don't know how anybody in chat heard what I was saying. And I'm like, this is a whole day's worth of streaming.
I was expecting to say that you were muted, but that's almost like worse because you were probably slightly muffled.
Yeah, I was so quiet. Like the game was so loud. And I'm like, I was talking to so many people and nobody told me. And I'm like, this is just garbage now because I was going to save it because I never finished that game ever. Like this was my first time finishing it. And I was like, oh, this is going to make such a great like stream to like chop up and do stuff with. And I'm like, no, it's all trash. All garbage.
It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be.
Throw it out.
Will you play it again?
Yes. Eventually. Okay. But I just haven't gotten around to it.
Gotta let it feel fresh again.
Exactly.
Give it some more time.
Exactly.
I feel that.
Like,
for sure.
I was just salty also. I was like, what the hell? And then now I most of the time I check my own sound because I'm like, I can't trust nobody. Nobody.
I never trust my sound. Anytime I go live, I just assume it's going to be trash. And then when I like see a clip, I'm like pleasant. Sometimes I'm like, oh wow.
Oh wow, look at that.
We're sounding pretty crisp. Like, okay.
No, Goofy. It's just like in general, you know, like we all miss things. Like I've been like muted for like 30-ish minutes, and I'm like, well, goddamn.
I've been muted for a really long time before too.
Yeah.
I've also not muted myself when needed to be muted.
Yes. Like when you fart.
Yep.
I don't think my streams have caught my farts yet. I don't think I've slipped up like that yet.
No, the only slip up that I can call is that I called you out because I saw you lift your butt cheek. But that was like, no one ever really heard it.
No one heard the fart. It just
I just
called out
saw
the
your
fart.
body language and I was like,
and you're just like, oh, you farted. One of these days, I'm gonna get you for something. I'm just waiting for the moment where I can call something out.
Oh, it'll happen.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting.
I'm easy to call out. Trust me. I think. Oh my god. I don't really like fart on stream very often. Like if I do, it's usually pretty quiet, you know?
Sometimes I like have a real rip in my butt. Like sometimes it can be pretty like because you're sitting there for how long, and then like you gotta fart. Like there's been a couple times when like I've like been sitting in like the wrong spot, so like I can't fart, so then it just kind of like floats back up, and like the stomach cramps and like later is horrible. So just let that out.
You gotta let the fart out.
Just fart, man.
Just let it out.
Just let out. Fart.
Doesn't matter if it's a little stinky. It's fine.
It's fine. No one in chat is gonna smell it. Just you.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
And then like if you complain about it, that's okay because
Jordan,
it's just you.
Like
it's in your stink.
Like Jordan's balls to just fart on stream and does not give a shit. It's like amazing. It's amazing. Like I couldn't like I thought about it, but I've never like followed through with it. But he just lets it rip.
I've definitely farted on stream, but it's never been loud. You know? Like I've definitely made sure to like tighten
he lives for
cheeks a little bit. He really does. He loves it.
He loves farting. Like it's his favorite thing in the world is farting. His TikTok like half of it's farting stuff. Half of it is just farting pranks, farting whatever, like yeah. Like he loves his so farts.
That's hilarious. I love it. What's your check-in this week?
What's my check-in? Nothing amazing for like the past few days. Like nothing really great's been going on. Like nothing horrible. There's just nothing noteworthy. But today I went through so much anxiety of buying twice I'm a tickets. Like I was fine throughout the day, and then all of a sudden it got to around like 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm feeling the pressure, feeling the anxiety, because like, yeah, if you don't get tickets, you don't get tickets. Oh well. But like, I would be legit sad because like, I love Twice now. Yeah. And like, I think it would be so cool to see them live, and this is probably the closest that they're probably ever gonna get, because they're actually they're going to Toronto. But I've checked, and the flights are disgusting, so I'm not flying to fucking Toronto. So this is the way better option for us.
Yeah, it's right. It's like literally skip, and a jump.
Right down there.
Right,
and like,
right there.
At the same time, just like, why don't you hop up to Vancouver? What the fuck? But what?
Yeah.
Like, what's the fuck's wrong with you?
Vancouver is like...
It's better
popular enough, hello.
There's so many more Asian people I feel.
You know?
Than like Toronto. I feel like we're like, I don't know, but like everyone goes, if there's a K-pop group, they go to fucking Toronto. And they rarely come here, so I'm like, this is good enough, and who knows when they're gonna like disband eventually, maybe one day, because they're already like, I think they're like 6 years old, which in the K-pop world is a while. Like 6 years old is like you're
I was gonna say that
you're getting old.
I think in my opinion, any band these days, 6 years old is especially now. That's still a new band in some people's eyes, but that's a long time to be able to stick together and continue to create songs and do tours.
Exactly.
And still get along.
And they've stayed as the same group the entire time. They have not lost any girls within that time, which is amazing in itself.
Yeah. How many band members are there?
I'm pretty sure there's 9.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's 9 of them. Let me just pull up a picture now and just double check myself.
So many.
Because I don't need like any like fans to yell at me. But I'm pretty sure there's 9. Yeah, they were formed in 2015. So how old would that make them? 2023 minus 2015. 8 years old this year. Yeah. Which is like old in K-pop terms.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 of them.
That's a good amount of time.
Yeah. That is a good amount of time. And I'm so excited. Even though cool. Twice and I had a very rough start. Yeah. I was a hater of Twice. I was like, fuck you, Twice. You guys suck. Because here's where I came from. I'm a second gen I'm a K-pop fan. Which if you don't know, in K-pop there's like different generations of groups. So like the first gen was like formed in like the first gen was like I'm 98 to like the early 2000s. That's when K-pop became a thing. And then the second gen is like 2005, 2006 to like 2012, 13. There's no like definite like lines. There's some groups where I'm like, I literally don't know what you are. Yeah. You're second and third. But my group is I'm a second gen girl. Okay. I came in 2009. That's when I dived fully into this K-pop world. Like head first, diving in, no going back.
What was the band that pulled you in?
The band that pulled me in, there was like 3 of them. Like there was like the top 3 that pulled me in. Super Junior, I'm a 21, and also girls generation. Okay. Yeah, those are the 3 groups that like really like sucked me in.
That's what really pulled you into like wanting more.
Yeah.
Basically.
Because like the way that it worked was I prior to that I was a a Japanese fangirl. I was a fan of Japanese music, Japanese anime. This one company, I was a huge fan, like fan of all of their groups. This other group I was a big fan of, and then this Korean group was on this Japanese show, and they did a live, and I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good song, but who are these people? So I like Googled them a bit, and I'm like, oh, they're actually Korean. They're part of this other big company with other groups, and I'm like, what groups are in this company? And then I looked them up, and Super Junior was there, and like everyone else was in other companies, and I'm like, oh, let's look at who these guys are, and then sucked in, never left, never
I
left.
Can't get out of it. Never going to leave.
Pretty much, it's been a solid. It's 2023
awesome.
now, so let me do some math again because I'm terrible at math. 2009.
I normally can do them with my brain cells,
14 years.
That's a good amount of time.
I've been a K-pop fanatic.
Almost half your life.
Almost half. Holy shit, you're right.
Just saying.
Nearly half, because like Jordan's always like, do you listen to anything but Korean stuff? And I'm like, yes, I actually do. Not as much, but I do listen to a lot of Korean stuff. And like, we make like driving stuff. Like I'm driving, I'm a playlist, right? Where we do half his music and half my music. Majority of mine is Korean stuff. And he's like, do you listen to any English stuff? And I'm like, yes. I act that, like, as you said, it's half my life. So of course, during the beginning half,
it's substantial.
I would have to listen to English stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I prefer my K-pop. And like, Jordan's asked me the other day, do I feel old in like this world, like in like
the K-pop,
like the K-pop world? And I'm like, honestly, I've been old in that world for years.
Yeah.
For years, I've been like the K-pop granny. That's what my generation is called, the K-pop grannies, because all of our groups are old and disbanding and
really
don't make music now, and like,
and it's heartbreaking. And then when they do unite, if they do, you're just like,
don't like, girl, like I'm a girl, like girls' generation. Last year they came out with a new song. Like most of the girls have left their group, like they left essentially to do like solo stuff, and it's this and that, and they haven't made a group song in probably like 5 years, and then they came back for their 15th anniversary, and it was the greatest moment of last year, in my opinion.
That's so cool. I love that. The reunion.
And it was like, I know that some people like shit on the song, but I'm like, this is a perfect just song. It's fun. It's happy. It makes me happy, and I can play it nonstop.
I'm never gonna get sick of this song because it's good.
It's good,
and it makes you feel happy,
and it's special because
I love that. I love
they
music like that.
they beat the odds. Like normally when a group is like, oh, we're gonna do our solo stuff, but we're not breaking up. We're gonna come back, and then we're like, yeah, sure, you're gonna come back. Like that's never gonna fucking happen. We've heard it so many times, and then they did it, and I'm like, crying pretty much.
And how long apart from their last like album or whatever?
I think it was
the new song.
I think it was 5 or 6 years.
That's a good chunk of time.
Yeah, but like they were doing solo stuff, acting. I saw one of them here because like she did like a solo tour, and embarrassingly I teared up a little bit during it.
Oh no, I think that's great. I would cry at everything, so I would have been right there with you.
Yeah, like I'm still waiting for like the day that I can see Super Junior. Super Junior's like, they're like my fucking ride or die group. Not gonna lie, they are my boys. I love them with all my fucking heart, and they're still going strong, even though they're like 16 years in. They're still going strong. Wow. Yeah. What? And they were supposed to go on like they always like go on like tours all the time to Asia, like other countries. They've never come here or like or the States. But a few years ago they were going to do like a States thing, and then of course like fucking like COVID ruined it all. But one day
There's still a chance.
there's
then.
still a chance, and that's like one group where I'll probably have like just a breakdown
Yeah.
watching them because like if I could pick any group and like never see any group ever again, it would be them. Would be them 100%. But
I can
that
see.
is apart from the point that I was trying to get to of why I was initially a Twice hater. I hated Twice.
Yes. Yes.
I hate it. Like I didn't hate like I couldn't let go because like girls like girls the generation was Korea's top group. They were like everywhere. They were the nation's girl group. That's what they were legit called. That's a big
Wow.
title. Like they're
That's
like
huge.
they're a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And then near to where they were getting a little older, like within like the 8-9 years of being a group, this new band Twice shows up. And then
Dun, dun, dun.
and then I'm just like, okay, Twice. Like they're from like some other group, which is like one like another company, which is like the second highest one. Like there's like the main company, a little company, and then there's a bunch of millions of different companies now.
Sure.
But they popped up and I'm like, okay, Twice, whatever. I don't really know Twice. I'm still in my second gen phase. I don't really care about these third
Hey,
geners
granny.
right now. I'm just the granny here yelling about Super Junior. I mean, like, they're still the best. And then, like, girls, like, Twice got more and more popular. People were talking about Twice. They were winning stuff. And I'm like, okay, Twice, I don't know what your deal is, but you're just Twice, and you're eventually going to fail eventually because this company, the previous girl group before them, failed pretty bad. And it wasn't their fault. It was the company's fault because it was 4 girls. One girl they put into doing like shows and like other dramas. So people started to really like her a lot. And then eventually everyone liked her the most and didn't give a shit about the rest of the girls. And all of the songs where she was the lead, she was the front, she was the cover, and like caused a bit of like drama, obviously.
Sure.
Because these girls are
confrontational.
these people are training for like 5, 6, 15 years sometimes to become part of groups or soloists or whatnot. And then it was just a disaster. And like, you guys are going to push one girl and you're going to do the exact same thing. No. They were actually smart. They did not push any girl up front. All the girls are equals. And I'm like, good for you, first of all. Good for you for learning finally.
Yeah.
You fucking mistakes.
And doing what like works right for everybody.
Exactly.
Like,
so then I was like pretty much shitting on Twice, and then eventually in their career they got called the fucking Nations girl group, which like just stabbed me right in the heart.
Oh.
And I'm like, how dare you? I was like so insulted. I was like, how dare you call Twice this? I don't know anything about Twice. I had never heard a Twice song ever at this point because I refused to listen to Twice.
I don't want to hear that garbage.
I don't want to hear about Twice. Don't give a shit. And then one day they had like a comeback, and I happened to hear it, and I'm like, oh, that's actually a pretty good song.
You enjoyed it.
And I enjoyed it quite a bit.
And you've been a fan ever since. And now you've got tickets.
Now I got freaking tickets. Yeah, like one song changed it all. I will link it just for funsies in case like anyone wants to hear it.
Do you want to play it? It's not copyright, right?
I've never gotten dinged for
I think it's K-pop is smooth.
any K-pop, because here's the thing. K-pop and Korean world in general, they steal a bunch of shit. Like, not gonna, like, I know this is, if you're not part of the scene, you'll just think, wow, Chelsea, that's a real, like, generalization.
No.
Nah, they copy, like, tons of shit. So I've never been dinged.
You're welcome to play it if you want.
I don't know how to make it so you can hear it, and I can hear it, and the stream can hear it.
Oh, that's fair.
So
I
just,
can turn it on. You can do it for stream, and then I'll listen to it through I'll just unmute the stream
Sure.
because I'm on there as Khalees.
Let's do some fiddling around here, guys. We're gonna make this thing work.
So basically, just so you and stream hears it, and then I can still hear it.
Oh, and then I'll put the link in here because you have no idea what song I'm talking. Where's our stream?
Excited.
Where's our stream? There it is. Hold tight, y'all. Oh, that's you. I'm like, who said that? That's you. I'm trying to click on it.
So, in the intermission or in this moment while Chelly's figuring this out, I have to talk about my Oregon Trail experience. I did a little
yes,
off-stream.
please.
But to fill everyone in, I started the Oregon Trail, the new version, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I still have a lot of feelings about.
Yeah? What are your
feelings? For what it is, it's good.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, so there were 2 confrontations. I first river, I knocked the boat over. It's a catastrophe from that point on for a while.
Yeah.
Jordan and Chelly are 2 of my named people, and then Goofin, and then my husband Kona. Okay, and everybody is getting along for the most part. But after the wagon crash, Chelly and Jordan started to get like pretty mad at each other, and Chelly got pissed off and just left. It's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Not sticking around. Fuck this. So it gets to the next fort. She's like, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you guys. Like, can I join you?
100%.
And so we like say, of course, come join us because we would never wanted you to leave anyways. So you
Yeah.
join back. Continue on. Jordan and Kona, they get in a fight out of nowhere, and it makes me have to pick one.
That's rude.
So, sorry, Jordan. As we know, we talked about this on Monday. I had to pick Kona because he's my husband, of course. And he was also really good at negotiating with people. So that was kind of nice for like cheap deals. Anyways, so then we get to the next fort, and Jordan comes back. We get Jordan back, which I think that's new update. Then we're going around, and Goofin gets bit by a snake.
Oh,
and
no.
Frickin' dies.
What?
Goofin dies.
Goofin dies?
I was so upset. I had to like kind of end the game pretty much shortly after that at a good spot, and then I was like, I'm mad now, you know, because I was hoping to.
Yeah.
I think it's like one or the other.
I'm trying to make this work, please, but it's not letting me.
It's okay. You don't have to see me too.
Okay,
All right.
I'll just fill your space with twice for now.
Yeah, let's just listen to this, guys. Okay.
It should be.
Yeah, perfect.
And you guys should be able to hear it. I should have my thing turned on that you guys should be able to hear it.
I didn't have one, Goof.
Oh, no.
Didn't have one.
Oh, jeez.
And I didn't have an anti-venom either.
Oh, damn.
I know. But they don't make it in that game. That's why I was kind of like, eh.
One sec. I think I screwed it up again. Because I need to... Give me a second. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
We're okay. We can do this.
It was a brutal start to the game. I've never done well in Oregon Trail, honestly.
Like, I've never played it because in school, like, in one of my schools, when I was, like, in grade 4 or grade 3 or something, we had, like, a desk with, like, a screen, and, like, we could play it, but it was never my turn, or, like, I was always too slow, and I just never got to play it, so this is my first time, like, actually experience the Oregon Trail.
Process of it, and just, like, it's cool, like, with, like, the question marks and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, like,
Yeah, like, I like it.
I like it. It's just not what I was prepared for.
True.
And then when
Makes
I saw
sense.
it's good. It's good for what it is.
Yeah.
It's good for what it is, that's for sure. Okay.
Okay, do you have it up, or do you want me just to play it?
I got it.
We're gonna play some twice, just so you can see the song that changed my mind after being an absolute like hater. For some reason, my reasoning was so dumb. I don't accept it now, but Like, I kept my hate, like, inside. Like, I didn't, like, tweet about my hatred. It just, like, inside, I was like, screw you, Twice. But now I'm like, nah, Twice is cool. I like Twice. And it's like, this song is just, it was so fun. Like, when it came out, I'm like, yes, this is the summer song I need.
I love it already. I want to go on that island.
You and me in the moonlight. 별꽃 축제에 열린 밤. 파도 소리를 틀고 춤을 추는 이 순간. 이 느낌 정말 딱이야. 바다야 우리와 같이 놀아. 바람아 너도 이쪽으로 와.
And, like, their songs now are, like, totally different. They've gone away from the cutesy stuff. They're more of, like, I don't know, like, cool.
I like this.
If you wanna have some fun.
Because when they started out, they were, like, really cutesy girls, you know? Because that was, like, the thing to be. But now they're more, like, grown up a little bit.
Maturing.
Exactly.
Yeah, drink the coconuts. That's so cool. I love it. I can't believe there's 9 people in this band.
I know, right? Dance the night away. I love this song. It makes me so happy still.
Let's dance the night away. You and me in the starlight. 미소 짓는 반쪽 달.
And, like, in the Korean world, everyone has, like, their favorite one. It's just kind of a thing. Everyone has their like their mains. But
Reminds
I
me of,
can
like Spice Girls and
Yeah.
that way, just because that's what you know.
But, like, even in, like, the K-pop, like, bands, you're a fan of one main group and then you kind of, like, don't really care about the rest. I could never do that. I am a K-pop whore, honestly. I love every group.
Loves it all.
And when we went to Korea, and I was telling some people that I like a lot of groups, and they're like, you can't do that. And I'm like, excuse me, yes I can. I can like every group I want.
I can like all of them.
Pretty much.
You're not gonna freaking stop me.
You can't stop me from liking my groups. Like, of course I had like my main groups that were my favorites, but
오늘이 마지막인 듯 소리 질러 저 멀리 끝없이 날아오를 듯 힘껏 뛰어 더 높이 오늘이 마지막인 듯 소리 질러 저 멀리 쏟아지는 별빛과 Oh let's dance the night away Let's dance the night away
So yeah, I like the dancing.
yeah, the dancing's so good. Like,
Yeah.
and like they're so in sync, which is like one of my favorite parts about them. Like, there's some groups where they're not that in sync.
And they're all so freaking pretty.
Don't even, I know, like, they're so pretty, all of them. But like, that's kind of like one of the rules of the K-pop world. You gotta be
have
pretty.
To be, like, good looking, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like, you don't really have any like ugly people. Except for some people are like, nah, they're ugly. And I'm like, are you blind? Excuse me?
No,
Who is ugly
all those
here?
girls were so gorgeous. I can't
know.
even.
So yeah, that is the song that changed my mind about Twice.
I liked it a lot. I could see why.
Oh, good.
It's easy to feel comfortable in that song too, because they make you feel like you're right there on the beach.
I know.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
And I love the music video. It's such a good story. I love it. I just remember watching a lot of MTV or VH1 where all you watched was music videos. So you'd get what they were trying to tell in their song.
Yeah, exactly.
Usually through a music video.
Exactly. And like,
that.
like sometimes there's songs that like actually come out, and like I don't like it when videos don't show a lot of dancing, because to me half of the song is in the dancing. So there's some songs that like they come out and I'm like, I don't like it because I can't see the dance. But then as soon as they do like a live, I'm like, sold, The dancing was great. The
Love it.
choreography was wonderful. I'm in.
Yeah. I think that's a crucial element to have
It is like
with
half.
that music for sure.
It is like whenever I hear one of any song really in my brain, I see the dance. I see the video. I see them dancing. Cause like some of the dances, I'm just like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah.
and they're singing. Like,
Yeah.
god damn.
There'd be no breathing over here.
No, I'd be like death.
Same. Oh, it's so funny.
But yeah, so that's Twice. That's the girl group I'm going to be seeing in June with Jordan. Thank you, Jordan, for coming with me. Even though he's like, I don't know what I'm getting myself, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but okay.
Enjoy it. It's gonna be a
Yes.
blast.
Yes, and I have
It's a cool
have
little
to
travel.
get a glow stick because every group has their own special stick.
Right.
Their own special stick, so I got to get theirs, which it's sold out right now everywhere.
Oh shit.
But they're coming out with a new version, and so then hopefully that'll be out by the time the concert comes. It's supposed to come out
hope so.
in May. So
Okay.
I'm like, can it get here in time?
Man, that's like cutting it kind of close.
I
Yeah.
know, and like they're probably going to sell it there, but like my friend, she went and saw another group in Toronto. They like lined up all day and they sold out. So they didn't get sticks. And I'm like, ooh, I don't want that to happen at Twice. So I'm gonna try my hardest to get any version of like their stick. I don't care if
What
it's
does
the
it
newest
look
one.
like? Let's
Let
show us a
me-
picture. I'm curious.
There's 3 versions of it because there's been 3 versions of it. Twice light stick. Let me pull up. I don't know why you keep on like disappearing
neither.
on me.
I'm just playing peekaboo tonight.
I guess so. So images. So like, this is the newest, like the one that came out like a few like years ago, and it kind of looks like this, like in the dark. It lights up and does this.
Wow, how cool.
Version 1 was like the best version in my opinion because it looked like this. It was super freaking
What?
cute.
That is so cute.
Like it was adorable.
It's like a lollipop.
Exactly. And then version
That's
3 is
rad.
gonna look like it's not out yet, so it might not have a picture. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Candy bong.
Candy Bong, which is their 6th name.
Yeah. I like that one. That's
yeah.
cool.
That's gonna be like the brand new version that's gonna come out. Words in May. There we go.
I like the first one and the third one.
Yeah, like the second one's like
Second
kind of
one's kinda like
basic.
meh.
Kind of basic. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, the music was quiet. Sorry, I couldn't look at chat. I was on the wrong page, but I put
It's
the
okay.
link in there, and I'll probably share like a playlist of all my favorite Twice songs now.
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Like my Korean stuff, I'm always like shy about sharing it to like other people because I'm like, what if like, because
Gotta
like
read the room.
because like in high school, I was like not like bullied a lot, but like I was like, people were like, why do you listen to like stuff you don't even know? And I'm like, you don't need to understand it to like it. And they're like, it's still weird.
God, high school sucks.
And I'm like, just give it a chance. And then like friggin' Gangnam Style like actually came out, which like I was thrilled about. I'm a huge like fan of his. Psy, like I'm a Psy fan, and I was pumped
Yeah.
about that song coming out. And then all of a sudden it's on the news, and I'm seeing people that questioned me in like high school like posting it, and
All
I'm like,
into it.
and I'm like, bitch, you're the one that's
You
like, why do you listen
assholes.
to like Japanese or Korean stuff? And I'm like, well, now you like Psy? Are you kidding me? Yeah, but it
I
was
like that song. It got me into it.
it was a strange
I did the
time.
dance for a long time.
Oh hell yeah, I did that dance all
all
the
into it.
time.
Yeah.
It was a strange time, I feel.
Yeah.
Because the K-pop world was very much my little bubble, you know? Like no
Yeah.
one I was in like I had like friends that
Peaceful
listened to
bubble.
it. It was a little peaceful bubble that no one
Sure.
do the dance right now. Doing it with my arms. Day.
Oh, oh.
Exactly like that. See? But yeah, it was a weird time. I
Your
was
legs
like
are like,
I was weirded out because I'm like, what's this gonna do for like it's great that like other people are getting into it because maybe we might get more exposure. They might go on like world tours, which is a thing
you'll
now.
have a chance to see them more.
Exactly, and but like the real thing that like did that was like BTS. I'll give them credit where credit's due. Through pure luck, not anything else, luck. They won that social media thing, and that's how they got famous in the States by pure luck. They are talented, but this is gonna cause some troubles. Not by talent. They got popular with luck, not because of their music. But their music is great. Don't you come at me.
It's great. That's not why they got popular, right?
I was a fan before they got popular.
Allegedly.
Just saying.
Yes.
And yeah, they were great. There was groups and people before them that paved the way to allow us white people to be like, oh, Korean's not weird. It's just music. There was like Super Junior, my boys. They were the start of all of that. Like they weren't like size fame, but Super Junior started it. Way back in 2009. It was because of them that we are now where we're at with K-pop. And I will fight. I will fight people on that fact. I know my facts. Super Junior did that. Just saying. Because this is a big, like, if I were to say this in front of, like, someone who's been, like, a new fan, they would murder me, you know? Because they're
I
like,
don't like that.
yeah, they don't like that. They do not like facts. They don't like facts.
Interesting.
No, it's toxic, man. These new fans, they're toxic, most of them. Oh, it's a scary, scary world, which is why like there's tons of like stuff here that they do like stuff, and I'm like I can't go to those things because I disagree with your opinions and I don't want to get into anything. I can
That
stay.
sucks.
I know, like because all of them are like newer fans. And like they're kind of cringe. They're kind of cringe. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
Just not fun to like interact with either.
Exactly. I'm like
I
they're
feel
like on Twitter, they're so nasty on Twitter. Like the things these people say to each other are just so mean. And I'm like, I'll just watch it from like afar, but damn, you guys.
I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to be called names.
I don't want to be like shit on. No, I'm good.
No.
I'll just watch from afar and appreciate the groups from afar.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, fuck that.
Nah. Like, one of my friends, I got her into it, right? So it's my fault. Really? Like, I was like, hey, you should listen to some of this music. And then it became her whole life for, like, a few years.
That's hilarious. I love it.
But, like, I would see her...
into it.
Like, see her on Twitter fighting with people. And I'm like, do you realize these people are probably, like, 12 and you're, like... I'm 26.
In the fire. Oof.
Like, what are you doing? Stop arguing with these children. And she's like, no, I can't. And I'm like, okay.
I must tell them they're wrong.
Have fun arguing with these children.
No.
It was really funny sometimes.
Sometimes you can't help it but argue with someone on the internet.
Yeah. Like, I made the...
No matter what the cause
like,
is.
the one mistake one time of, like, her... friend on Facebook posted a thing about how in like the Korean world there's like the top three companies and BTS is company is basically going to become a top 3, or they're going to just add a 4th, which is going to be them. I made a comment, not arguing, just being like, I can see where this is coming from, but we got to give like the other group, the other top 3, they built the whole like Korean pop world. So they're always going to be the top 3 no matter how big they get. They're always going to be the top 3 because we owe them for what they've done. And God, did she fucking just rip into me. No. And I'm like, I feel like I was being pretty polite there and just stating a fact of we wouldn't be where we were without these top 3 companies.
That's it, lady.
That's it. Because it's a fact.
Oh, she's flipped out.
Like, your company started at the very bottom. Like
yeah.
BTS nearly broke up at some point. They were like this close to like getting like they were gonna be done, and then one of their songs like blew up, which is great for them. But they were like literally this close to being done because they were failing so hard.
We shouldn't do this anymore. We need to move on.
Exactly. This is costing a lot of money. But yeah,
imagine
like. There's been a few groups that like they were literally this close, and by luck, their next song was like a big hit and like saved them. It's happened I think like 3 times where like a group was like, if this does badly, we are done.
Isn't that sad? All that hard work,
all that training, and the money the company puts into you, and you have to pay that back. Yeah, that's the thing too. You got to pay back what they put into you training. And they house you, they feed you, they train you in dance, acting, singing, all of that. For your training there's been one person who's trained for 1 day and became part of a group, but there's been people that have trained for 15 years and then became part of a group. Imagine that.
Are there like reality shows on that shit?
Oh my God!
It's a dumb question, I'm sure. But
yes, there is.
Like accessible ones.
I could probably share some. Like the main one that was a few years ago. There was 3 seasons, but then after the 3rd season, they stopped because it came out that it was kind of rigged. And then I'm kind of like, no fucking shit. It was rigged.
It's whack.
Yeah, but like with like this, like this group Twice, actually, they started out as survival show, and they had a group of 16 girls, and they're like the last. I don't know. I never watched it because this was before my time of Twice, but it was 16 girls, and the top. I think it was initially top 6 girls were going to become this new group, and then they got rid of some girls and then brought some girls back to make 9. But yeah, like they started out as that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look how far they've come.
They're like the top group now. Like,
yeah.
Holy crap, man. Good for them.
The nations
girl group. I can accept it now. Like girls like I'm a Girls' Generation will forever be like the nations. I'm a girl group for a lot of people. Yeah. Because like they're mega stars. They are legit mega stars there. Yeah. But they're no longer a full group, or they're busy and doing shit. But like Twice, they
just can't hold that medal anymore.
They can't, but every time
they can hold the medal, but just not that spot.
Yeah, which like
time to move on.
Which they're probably fine with. Like they work their asses off for like a solid like 10 years. Like solid 10 years. Like imagine that. Like so tired of these poor people. Poor people.
Working hard.
Working hard, and you're getting like shit on a lot. You got to do things. You're barely sleeping. You're not allowed to eat. Like sometimes because Korea's really fucked up about weight.
They're tiny.
But if someone gains weight, like for instance, like one of the Twice girls, last year, she kind of like had a break because she was having some back problems, and she had to take some drugs to like help her with it, like some like normal steroids type of thing, because her back was fucked.
Sure.
Fucked, man. And she came back and she has gained some weight.
Oh,
And
no.
I think I was happy because I'm like, oh, yes. Yes, you look so healthy.
Yeah.
But like, oh my lord, Korea was like, you are fat. You're too fat. You need to lose weight. And I'm like, guys, leave her the fuck alone.
Oof.
Yeah, that's kind of the toxic side of the Korean fandom, is that they're all about the looks. They're all about people's weights, and you cannot date or else they hate you.
So these poor girls are just stuck in the what?
What does Kona want? Ice cream?
He's just showing me. You can just put it right there. Yeah.
D-
Maybe
i-
not on Lola.
Is he giving you stuff?
Yeah. The monitor.
Oh, a monitor.
Yeah. The tablet with the.
Ah.
Everybody's just standing there like, what do I do with it? So I was like, what are you doing? What do you want from me, man? It's okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Love you. I'm busy. Love you.
Uh,
Oh my goodness. He's helping me with the dog watching scenario.
oh,
Right.
yes, you're watching the dogs.
So, yeah. He doesn't want to help me with it, but
To be
I'm
fair,
making
like,
him help me.
every time, like, someone asks you to, like, could you watch my dog or cat? You're like, yeah, sure, awesome, yeah, sure. And then, like, the day that it, like, actually starts, it's like, I don't really want to do that.
Immediate
but
regret.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You're like, why did I say yes to this? Why?
Man, I said yes to a situation I definitely
Didn't want.
nightmare.
So,
No.
so how long is this going on for? Like, how long is the
I
dog
don't know
sitting?
yet.
What'd you... Wait, did you tell me why it's happening? I can't remember now.
My brother's in jail today. He's put
Right.
himself in.
Yes.
So there's that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was his dog or a
So,
friend's dog?
It's his dog. It's his dog.
Oh. And where is the dog?
At my mom's house.
Okay.
The dog can't be around other dogs because he's
Aggressive?
yeah.
Ah.
He's a really like nice dog with humans.
Mm.
I have no problem with. He's actually my mom's dog, Ruby, her brother. They're from the same
Oh.
litter.
Interesting.
Anyways. Yeah, my everything is like so not. I'm like, please keep talking, Chili. Let's not
Okay,
do
because, like,
police check-in,
because,
you know?
like, I'm
mine's,
feeling
like,
bad
dark and depressing.
Because I feel bad because I'm like we're currently at 53 minutes, and I'm like, I've just been
No,
talking
I
about
didn't even
Korean pop
notice.
the entire time. I feel so bad because I just won't shut the fuck up about
No,
K-pop.
it's good. It's good. I like it because I'd rather not talk about. I got my first collect call from my brother in jail today, so it was just kind of like,
Ooh,
oh, okay.
that's
so I'd rather
real.
talk about K-pop, okay? Because I got like real, like intense,
Yeah.
not very fun things to talk about that I'm not going to talk about.
Not
Thank you,
fun.
Goof. It's okay. I'm glad. Let me just put it this way. I'm glad he did the right thing instead of running
Yeah.
or not dealing with it or making poor choices. He just went and did it, and hopefully he'll get out of it.
Do
The
you
vulnerable stuff
possibly
is the best
know
content, yes.
how long? If you want to share, you don't have to share.
Okay.
If you don't know or don't want it, it's all
I'm
good.
happy to talk about it. I just don't know how interesting it is for everyone else. So I just I just don't. But I'm nervous to say that it could be 6 months to a year. But if that's the case, I'll have to find to do something else with the dog because I only am gonna keep that house going through the summer. So because there's some things I want to take care of for the owners that I've known and stuff.
Yeah.
There's just some things I want to take care of that I can't
Exactly.
do right now because there's like 10 feet of snow surrounding the house. So,
Yes.
but yeah, so the dog is renting the house essentially,
Lucky dog for free.
but he's the past been 2 nights now, and every morning I've gone in there because I get there pretty early, like before 7, and he's pissed and shit
Oh.
all over this one rug, and I'm just like, they're like, I let him out multiple times throughout a day, and then I like always do a nighttime potty. So like, ultimately, he's in there for what a human. If he was to go to sleep with his owner,
Yeah.
he would be sleeping with his owner, right?
Yeah,
Like an 8-hour chunk of time or less, 7, 8 hours, give or take. And I'm just like, God damn, dog. So yeah, I in figuring out ways around because it's like essentially like a large kennel for him at this moment.
Yeah.
No one's living there. I've shut up the whole upstairs. His hips don't work that great. He's gonna be 10 in July, so it's not like
Wow.
he's a baby.
Yeah.
He's an old boy. So, and he's a good boy, but he can't be around other dogs. So
Oh, that's too bad.
yeah. Um. So yeah, Kona's helping me with that tonight, and
Nice.
the phone call with my brother was awkward
I bet. Like, how would that even
because
go?
Kona and I were talking about it, and it's like him and my dad would both be able to walk over my mom over things like,
Yeah.
that they were having maybe trouble with or whatever. She would be their scapegoat, for
Yeah.
example. Whereas I expect you to
Yeah.
be responsible for your actions and own up to what you're doing and blah. So I feel like I genuinely believe if my mom was still here, my brother wouldn't have turned himself in. I don't think if he
Really?
had made that mistake. I think he would have ran.
Which like would have meant more time if and when he got caught.
Yeah, and then yeah,
And like probably
yeah.
more
And
strict
he would have probably
time.
gone to like Mexico or whatever. It's right there.
What the fuck?
It's a wild ride.
Oh
Part of
my
my life. And it's not even
gosh.
like my life. I have a very like my existence is pretty like boring. Not gonna lie. I mean, maybe
I think most
if you were a
people's
fly on
like
the wall, you'd probably
existence
laugh half the time. What
in
the
general is
fuck is
pretty
she
boring.
talking about? What's she talking to herself for? Or like whatever. But like, yeah, it's like my family members and stuff that are like kind of always been kind of the challenge for me. But yeah, that's the crazy shit. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that he gets a short bit of
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
but it's gonna take weeks for a court date. So
Oh.
it's kind of I'm over here trying not to be too hopeful
Yeah.
because I don't want to get too disappointed.
Yeah.
So I'm just preparing myself for 6 months at the least, just to be safe in my brain, which is brutal.
Yeah.
But I have a friend of mine that's gonna help me occasionally as well.
Oh, that's good.
But it's one of those things that, unfortunately, when you have an addict in your family, um, for me in this situation, I'm trying to do the right thing for family, but I also have to be transparent with the fact that he is an addict and he does have the constant tendencies of that, which are not the most loving.
Keen's just being nosy.
Did you say what he did? I don't want to be nosy, but I'm curious. Um, I'm trying to recall what he did to get in jail before this time, but this time right now while he's in jail was a violation of his probation. Supposedly, because with addicts, like I want to trust him because he's been sober, but I also
Yeah. You know him. You know.
so that's all I'm gonna say on that part. But supposedly he was riding with a friend of his whose registration was out and got pulled over, who had a little something something in his pocket, and my brother can and will get in trouble for that if that's the case. Because of what he's been in trouble for before. Literally. It's possible. Am I skeptical on
That's still not
everything?
fair,
Yes.
though.
Exactly.
It's still
I
not fair that
personally
he
don't
can be in
think my
shit for
brother
something
is using
else did something.
anything.
That's
Yes,
good.
I agree. Because he's like, no offense to him, and he knows this. He's like he's the chunkiest he's ever been. And so like typically when he's doing drugs,
He's skinny.
every
or
time
loses weight.
he's lost a lot of weight
That makes
normally.
sense. That makes sense.
Um not that it's an excuse, but drugs should be legal. I mean, I agree. It was cocaine, I guess, that the friend had. At first, my brother was freaking out because he didn't know, like,
What a bad friend.
he was like, there's he was lit he my yeah my and but the thing is like, anyways, I have a lot of skeptical feelings on it all.
Yeah, for sure. But like, if it was
So
like the perfect, like he didn't know, and his friend had this stuff, that's a bad friend. He knows what your brother, what the rules are. But like, I know
my
that the
brother doesn't
situation's
have good
not
friends.
black and white, but like, I
I've been
know.
straight. I've been black and white with my brother. I'm like, you don't have good friends, and I was like, you should start streaming. I said that. I'm like, you need to get yourself a little computer
Yeah,
and
an
start
Xbox.
streaming because you can make friends that way and not hang out with them and not get in trouble,
Yeah.
and you'll be fine. You're good at talking with people. He's really good at talking to people, and like too good at talking to people. And he's like, no,
Clearly.
I'm shy. He like, I looked at him. I'm driving, and he's like, no, I'm kind of shy. And I went, the fuck you are. Anyways, so he's like the furthest person from shy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, anyways, I have this obligation to be not obligation, but to help him temporarily in this moment for my mom. But like, I know my boundaries and I'm not going to be
Yeah.
able to do this forever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even a full year. I think we just hit 6-month mark maybe of
Oof.
her being gone. So
Oof.
like, so I feel like it's my responsibility as family to help him, but I'm also like, I'm 8 years younger than you.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I have and I'm the most
Wow.
responsible. Oh my God. And my dad's losing it. And I'm just like, I can't do this. Anyways. So yeah, my life is, and I've been hiding. And I was talking to you like recently about having stream fatigue. Like I just,
Yeah. I think you're just having
and
life
I think it's just
in
all
general.
of this. Like what I should be doing is probably just getting on stream and just being like, hey guys, like, but like I just don't, because I should do that more often. But I just don't have time during the day to do it, and the time that I want to do it. Is Jordan staring at you too, like Kona, you
Yeah.
guys get out of here.
I know,
What?
just the men
taking the bus?
The men just staring. I think we are taking the bus.
Is that what he wants to talk about?
No,
Or is he
no,
like,
no, the
Khalees
train.
is like-
We're taking the
Or
train, I think. The train. Yeah, I think we've decided. I'm gonna let him decide because I'm the one that.
You'll
like-
go back and forth, and he can be like.
And
I
also,
want
like,
it.
I made the choice of like, I made the big choice of getting like, spending a lot on these like, tickets. He can either choose to spend more or less. That's up to him now.
He's gonna spend more.
He probably is
We're
gonna
going
spend
for it.
more.
Check.
Like, I kind of get it because
I
like
like it.
we want to make sure, like, if we drive, there's no for sure that we can park the car,
That's
which that's
totally
very
agree.
stressful, especially not anywhere close to home. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Had a terrible experience not being close to home in San Francisco. So it was like 3.5, depending on how fast you go. It was like a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
And my car got towed in the middle of the night.
Oh my lord, I would mentally
Big
just
story
lose
though.
it.
Anyways, I think I've told my Halloween story
I think so.
in San Francisco.
I'm sure you have at this
Anyways,
point.
I can retell it eventually. But so yeah, that's my life update. Nothing too
terribly fun.
to report on my end. I've cleaned up a bunch of urine and dog urine and dog feces
So
in the past
fun.
like 48 hours, and I'm just like, I literally looked at him and I'm like, his name's Max. I'm like, Max, the fuck? And like, I'm hoping tonight have like a normal routine. So we'll see. So, anyways, I am ready for summer so that I can deal with all this. Like I was telling my dad today on the phone, I'm like, I just want to speed up time real quick and then normal time it to summer so I can get all this shit taken care of and done and wrapped up. And I just don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to deal with it. Over it. So it's gonna be me again. So yeah, and then hopefully he'll be out of jail. So that's my life. And I don't think I have anything else to say about that. Just don't do drugs and
Don't do drugs and don't do bad things, okay?
and just make good decisions.
Make good decisions and don't do drugs.
And so I said to my brother, I was playing a text message. I'm like, just make good decisions and stay away from people.
Don't make friends.
Don't make friends.
Just don't make friends. Speaking of friends, can I like kind of
Yes.
diverge?
Oh,
Because I forgot to tell
is
you
good.
last time. I forgot to tell you, and like I kind of like texted you. Like I don't mean to change like
no, we need a
topics
gear
here.
shifter.
Okay. So, do you guys recall a few months ago about my friend who blocked me because she didn't want to have a real like talk about things, you know?
Straight like, nope. And then then
Nope.
Shelly contacted her mom too.
Yeah, and I talked to her mom, and I'm like, I don't need to know anything. I just need to know, is she okay? Because that was weird. And she's like, she's fine. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. Okay, cool, thanks, bye. So then,
Never talk to you again. Bye.
so get this. We were in Mexico like last week or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember now. Time is flying. And like I get a text from this girl. Like in high school, there was a group of 4. There was me, the friend that blocked me, and 2 other girls. Okay, scenario of our group.
Yes.
So in high school, the 2 other girls, it kind of got weird with them because like they started to like date each other. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
It was a whole thing. Like one of them was like Christian, like their family was so fucking Christian, and like it was a big secret, and the other one's like, I don't really give a shit, and it was a
Of
whole drama.
course.
So like
Of
me
course.
and the friend that blocked me became like really close best friends because we're like, those 2 can have their fucked up times right now. We're here we're just being nerds, okay? That's what we're
Yeah.
doing. Okay. History there. So then when we were in Mexico, one of the friends, like the Christian friend, she reached out to me because on like Facebook she noticed that I posted like, oh, I'm going to Mexico, getting married, blah blah blah, and she's like, oh, congratulations, I'm sorry that I've lost touch. I'm like, she's had kids. She has 2 kids now. She's busy. We've just lost touch. It's just like, I don't blame her. She doesn't blame me. We got busy. She had kids. Yeah.
Her relationship with the friend didn't last, obviously.
Yeah. So then like she
Wait,
reached out.
is this the really heavy Christian friend?
Yeah,
Or is
yeah, the
this,
really
I need to have
heavy-
a visual.
No, this is the Christian friend who reached out to
Okay.
me and said,
Great.
"Hey, congratulations on the wedding." And like she told me that I've gone back through like your posts because she's like, I want to see what's been happening within your
Yeah.
last year, because like she hasn't talked to Bum and me for quite a while just because we're just busy and we didn't think
Life
to, and we
happened.
weren't like the best of friends, but we were in the same friend group and we were friends, you know?
Yeah, sure.
And then like she reached out because on Facebook a while ago I posted this like thing where it was like a essay about losing a friend and how much it almost hurts more than when like you break up with like a boyfriend or someone like that. Like how much it hurts a little bit more.
You
And
trusted that person.
It's
you
more
know?
personal and this and that, and like I posted that and this and that. So she read that and she's like, actually last year I also had like a pretty bad like friendship, like I'm falling out too, which is why I kind of stopped reaching out to friends, because that hurt so bad that I didn't want to experience that. And I'm like,
Just shut off. Yeah.
and I'm like, fair, girl. And by the way, the friend that ditched me was blah, blah, blah. And she went back to me going, oh my God, same. she, like, the friend that blocked me, blocked her too. Because, like, they were closer friends because in hindsight, they were friends for a more longer time. They were friends prior to me joining their friend group. like I was like the late one in this friend group because they were all in the same class in like grade 6, and I was and
Shit.
I was not in that group, like in that class. And then we went into grade 7 or 8, I can't remember which one it was, and we were in the same class as a group, and then we became friends. And then so this girl, like the ghosting one that did all of the ghosting,
The ghoster.
the ghoster, let's just call her.
Yeah.
She like stayed in touch with her, like the I'm a Christian girl, for quite a while. Like she even went to her like baby shower with her other kid, like her second kid, which like means a lot because like she doesn't live like in town. Like we all kind of moved away, so that says a lot. and then after like 6 or 7 months, the I'm a Christian girl didn't hear from her, and like reached out and was like, hey, like what's going on? Are we even friends? Like what's going on, basically? Like I don't know what she said. She didn't send it to me, but
Yeah, you're just going hypothetically thinking.
like
this is what they
hypothetically, I know her and I know how she words things.
said. Yeah.
And she fucking blocked her on Twitter too.
Oh my god.
And I'm just sitting there going, has this chick blocked everybody?
What about the fourth friend?
Well, when I got blocked, I talked to her because like we're friends still because like we kept in touch because of our love of Korean music. Because I'm the one that changed her life in that way. And then I told her about it, and she's like, what the fuck? And like she's like, in hindsight, she wasn't the greatest friend. So like she kind of like gets why that's happened. But I don't think she's blocked yet. Who knows if she'll ever get blocked, but there's only 4. There's me, the Christian girl, and the other girl. There's no one else I can really ask to see if they got blocked because they weren't part of our friend group, really. So, but like, the fuck?
It's 2 of 3 people. That
2
she's
of 3
blocked.
people that reach out to her kind of being like, yo, are we friends still? And then without saying a word, blocks us.
Ew.
You didn't get blocked. You should try reaching out to her then and be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Exactly. There might be something going on in her life, but to me, that's not a proper excuse. Like, I get that stuff happens and this and that.
Weird.
But like, what the hell? And like, Jordan's kind of like come out with how he felt about her all along and how he felt she was like a selfish friend / person in a way, you know? And like, I can see that, but like, I was like, it's just her. It's just the way she is. Like, she's not like a selfish person. Like it's me, but like, she wouldn't reach out to you if she didn't have to reach out to you. And she'll just keep on doing her
sight,
own
out
life.
of mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is how and why I got so upset about it and tested it out for 9 months and then reached out to her.
It's a long time.
But
too.
yeah, so yeah, that's the update, that she blocked another person without any explanation at all. Like, what a fucking weirdo.
I don't get it.
I don't
I'm
get
just
it
wondering.
either. Like, you could just come back
just
and
so
be
curious.
and be like, you know what? I just don't think we're good friends. And like, I'll be like, sure, okay, I accept that, but or like maybe like her engineering friends got to her because like engineers I've gone to like their engineering like a Christmas party a couple times with her. They're fucking assholes. Like the lot of them. They think they're better. They're better than you because they have better schooling or they have better jobs. Like they're fucking dickheads. Like the last time that I went to one of those,
I see it.
I've never felt more like shit in my life than at that party. Because at that point, I didn't have a job. I was living at home. And, like, I was just having a tough time in life, okay? And then these, like,
It
other
happens.
people were asking me, oh, do you, go to school? And I'm like, no, actually, I don't. I, kind of, quit school, like second year or like the college stuff. I kind of quit that because it wasn't just for it. It wasn't for me. Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't
at all.
it wasn't the thing I needed to be doing. And they're like, well, do you have a job? And I'm like, I'm trying to find a job right now. And they're like, oh, so you probably like, live at home then. And I'm like, well, yeah, if I don't have a fucking job, how do I plan on paying rent? Idiot.
Yeah. Hello.
But like the looks they would give you, they like, you can tell that they thought that you were garbage.
That sucks.
Yeah, like they were, and like I told her,
You
like
need to be around people like
like
that.
I told her, like, sorry girl, but next year I'm not coming back to this thing because I did not feel and like really good at this party. I know it was really gross, but like it's engineers, man. I didn't want to think about it, be like engineers aren't that bad, and I'm like, actually, like a lot of them, not all of them, are.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of just egotistical jerks. And in a sense, she was good, but Jordan could like see things that I didn't see because I was too close to it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're too close to it, it's like staring into a campfire. you know?
Yeah.
It's too close, and then suddenly, ow, it's hot, but you're like too close. You don't realize it. You burn yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I didn't really like see the signs until like I moved away, and I'm like, oh, it's just me and Jordan out here. I wish my friends would reach out and be like, hey, how's life going? Oh, like over there, and nothing, not even a question. And I would ask about their daily
Not
life.
even a hello.
And one day she got kind of mad at me because I asked how school was, and she's like, oh, just everyone's asking about school, and I'm like, well, what else do you have? Like, you don't have work. Like, what do you want me to ask about? You're not offering me any options here to ask how things
Yeah.
are. Like, what do you
Yeah.
want? Give me options here. Options A, B, or C, and I'll pick all of them.
Yeah.
But she like
I'm
never
just here to be a friend.
she never like offered things, you know? Where like I'll reach out
One-sided
and
friend.
I'll like reach out and be like, hey, I'm doing this really cool thing, and then like I'm fishing for compliments basically, but like I think it's important for friends to know what friends are doing and what their hobbies are and what their new favorite thing is. I want to know about everyone's favorite thing. Tell me about your favorite things. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to know more about your favorite thing right now. Like, I
I had
love
a
learning
bunch of
about
Chinese
people.
food the other day, and it was delicious.
Yes. What kind? Like, what kind of stuff did you get?
I got orange chicken.
Yum.
We got like a family deal, so we got orange chicken, chow mein, fried chicken. No chicken, just regular veggie fried rice. With
Nice.
whatever. Broccoli beef, which is always a good option to have like a beef, and then my favorite,
Yeah.
honey
Garlic.
prawns, honey walnut prawns. I had to remember what the next thing was.
Ooh,
Honey walnut
that sounds
prawns.
nice.
Oh,
I love prawns, first of all. Like, give me prawns any fucking day of the week.
so good,
So good.
so good.
My favorite
So
thing
much
is
food. It's
people playing
delicious.
games. Good. I love to hear that. I love hearing about people's favorite things.
Yeah, just gotta say that's my favorite type of food. It's Chinese food. I
Yeah.
got it from Panda Express. Yeah,
Never had it,
I
but
love Chinese food.
I heard it's good.
and it's just like it's kind of fast food Chinese food, right?
Yeah.
But it's good. It gets the point across. There aren't a lot of. There might be one restaurant, but like it was a restaurant timing for me. It
You
was
know,
like,
but sometimes
go.
you want some like just shitty, like greasy Chinese
really
food
good.
from the mall. Sometimes you just want
Yeah.
mall quality Chinese food. That's what you want sometimes. I feel
so
that.
good.
Yeah.
And we have a really good Thai restaurant in town too. That I like to get their duck curry, but I haven't gotten in a while, so that's
Yum.
second fave. But yeah, I'd say like out of all the restaurants, if I was to pick like a favorite food restaurant, it's probably American Chinese because that's what I'm used to.
Hell yeah.
You know, so
Yum.
or just so good. I love
so
pot
good.
stickers and hot and sour soup. And
Yes.
chow
Sweet-
mein
like
and
sweet and sour pork.
Y'all know mushu chicken. That shit's bomb and
Spring
the little
rolls and egg
pancakes.
rolls.
just so many deliciousness and just so
Like chow mein has to be one of my favorite dishes.
A
Like
deluxe chow mein with everything in it.
Like the thin noodles.
Yes.
I love the thin noodles. The texture
good.
of them. So good.
I like angel hair pasta.
Yes.
One of my
So
favorites,
good. So good. Great texture.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm hungry again. Thanks.
That's
You're
my
welcome.
Food bit. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
Wish I had leftover, right? My leftovers for lunch.
Sad.
Yeah. Very sad. It was worth it at lunch though.
Nice. What like
I'm a midnight snacker.
what did you eat for like dinner like tonight?
I made breakfast for dinner, which is not unusual.
Nice.
We established Kona and I because with my brother having been up here the past couple weeks, he's a dinner guy, and that's very much my mom. They like to make they would do like the roasts and the steaks and the
chicken
dinner meals,
yeah.
like and the starch, the good stuff, right? It's all delicious. But like me and Kona realized, like, yes, we like dinner, but like we're much more like breakfast lunch people. We just realized like we love sandwiches and we love breakfast, like all of us in our house. Like my kids don't even really like dinner items very much.
Really?
They're like hit and miss. Yeah, they'd prefer have breakfast. So we had breakfast for dinner.
Nice.
And I made Kona and I avocado toast, which is so millennial. But
Yum. Best.
I added bacon and scrambled eggs on top.
So good.
And the kids just got like all that basically just like spread out on a plate. So
Nice.
but yeah, it was delicious. It was what'd you have for dinner?
I made spicy chicken burgers and salad for dinner. I'll show you a picture because
Sounds bomb.
I take pictures of my stuff. That's my food.
Yum. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Delish.
that air fryer is like my favorite fucking thing I've ever bought.
Yeah.
I
Quick,
love it. It's so quick. It's so easy. And like,
I gotta get one, I think, this summer.
like I don't know how it would
Yeah.
work with like a bigger family. Like I don't know because I don't know a whole lot about any other
My
brand
kids
except for
barely
this
eat
one.
anything, so it's fine.
Fair enough.
Honestly.
But like it's so
Picky.
easy. Like whenever like I have something that like I'm like I don't want to heat up on a stove. I just pop it in there for like 10ish minutes and it's done. Where like the other way,
So nice.
the other way would take like 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's juicy
like
and tender
like
still.
these chicken. It took me 20 minutes. 10 minutes flip.
Yum.
10 minutes done. Air fryer. I used to be a skeptical about it. I was like, air fryer, that sounds a bit weird. I don't understand the hype. Kind of looks stupid. But no. I'm on board now. It's like
This is why we're friends. We're always immediately like skeptical, like, nah, I don't trust it.
Nah.
Nope.
Like it's like me and Twice. Nah, I don't trust Twice. Nope. And then
Whack.
one day I'm just changed my mind suddenly. I just
Yeah.
wake up one day and I'm like, air fryer. I need it.
That's hilarious.
Like it was literally like it felt like pretty much like one day that I'm like, you know what? I'm now.
No, we need it.
I'm for it. I need it.
Yeah.
And like I Googled it, I researched it all, and I'm like, this is the one I want. Go big or go home.
You know what I haven't done in a while is had a good crock pot meal.
I bought one
slow
so
cook-
long, and I had so many good like thoughts about it, and I like used it once.
Ah,
I never used it.
don't you hate that? I had an
That's-
Instapot
Yeah.
that was given to me as a gift, and I was like, I didn't. What? It's
I
very kind.
only
Very
use
kind,
rice in like in ours. I only cook rice in that thing. I don't know how to cook anything else in that except for rice.
I panicked because it freaked me out. First of all, I don't know what it was with the contraption of the Instapot that made me so intimidated by it.
Well, it might have been because like if you fuck up, the lid could like blow up and like you could get hurt.
Guys, fucking so okay. Side story,
Side story, let's go.
sidebar. I'm 16.
Yeah.
I'm in Santa Cruz, California, at the ocean. My dad is working for his contractor guy, building a house for the secretary of the company
Okay.
down there, right? He's
Wow.
like basically remodeling the house she had down there.
Okay.
So they put him up in a house, right? I'm 16. I'm in said house.
Okay.
My mom is cooking food in the kitchen. And my little brother, adopted little brother, but he's still my little brother no matter what. I just like to make that clear because some people only hear about the big brother, Mr. Clang Clang over there, meaning clinging chains. I'm sitting there with him. We're doing our homework because we were on independent study at that time, so we weren't going to school. We were getting our assignments, and we turned them in like when we would come back up to the lake.
Mm-hmm.
We hear a large pop, but neither of us decide to look up or examine the fuck is going on.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're sitting there peacefully going, "Ow, ow, ow."
Okay.
Finally, my back is to my mom. Kitchen's behind me. I look back at her, and she she has been cooking corned beef and cabbage in a pressure cooker.
Uh-huh.
And this woman chose to check on it
Oh no.
and try to open it.
Oh no.
And it exploded in her motherfucking face.
Oh my god.
And it was everywhere. It was dripping cabbage and potatoes and corned beef everywhere, all over this like vacation rental, right?
Oh.
Me and my brother, it went everywhere. And she goes, "We got to clean this up before Dad gets home." And she is literally dripping cabbage and water or juices, and just like her hair is like, you know, like. So I think maybe I have a little bit of like fear with pressure cookers because it's not like it happened to me. I got side burnt kind of, but like she got crushed, right? Like
Yeah.
that poor thing got her face exploded on.
Oh
High
my
five.
lord.
So I think it's kind of like opening up one of those
Yeah.
stupid Pillsbury
It is.
things. The pop, the pressure.
Well,
Will it blow up my face?
Well, like with
Ugh.
mine, like you gotta like put it on and then lock it. Like you can't like open it once it's started. And then
Yes.
I let out the air and
They're
then let
safer
it.
now.
Yeah, they're much safer now. Much safer now. So yeah, but legit, I only cook rice like in that thing. I cook
legit.
nothing else, just rice. I have this big honking thing,
They're
just
huge.
rice.
Yeah.
It's a pretty like decent sized thing.
To me,
yeah,
I
like
think
I'm
it's
just looking
rather
at
large. I have a pretty small kitchen, so for me, I'm like, "What are you gonna do with this?"
it. Exactly.
I gave it to my brother, and I'm pretty sure he probably sold it, so it's fine.
Okay, but yeah,
I assume.
air fryer is definitely where to go. Like, I love that friggin' thing. I love it. And I don't, like, I know that, like, the whole selling, well, like, one of the selling points of that is healthier. I don't know about that. I'm not a scientist. It's just faster, it's easier, and it makes good chicken, good pork. Everything I've cooked in there has turned out great. For instance, wings. Wings normally take a long time to cook. Wings can take like up to like 45 minutes, right? To 45 minutes
take
to
a
like
while.
an hour.
Kona's my wing guy.
Yeah. That thing I can be done in 30 minutes.
Ooh, nice.
I put them in.
That's nice.
I turn them on for 10 minutes. I flip them 10 minutes. Flip them, sauce them up 10 minutes. Done. Wings are done. And they're crispy and delicious.
Yeah.
Like, game changer. And I even got these fucking racks for him, like this tiny little rack. So then I can put like something like on top of something. Because like my
And all
like
the juices drip down or whatever.
exactly. And like
Yeah.
the rack's amazing. It's a game changer. Like a game changer on top of like this like already great thing. Like ugh, I love this thing. It was such a good purchase. I use it for almost every meal. Every meal.
I want one. But I have to shop properly for it.
Yeah, you got to think of like
The
which,
right one for the fam.
like do you want one with a bigger basket? Do you want one like I have that has 2 baskets but they're smaller? But I did that because I didn't want the chicken and the beef or the chicken and the veggies cooking in one basket because I'm kind of weird about that. But
I'm weird about chicken too.
like some of these things have like baskets, like huge baskets, so you can like easily like make sure that they don't touch. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I chose to choose the 2 basket one just because I like the idea a lot. 45
Oh
minutes.
my
What's
goodness.
happening in chat? 45 minutes. What's happening in 45 minutes? Is the
Also
world
had
gonna
like
end?
no, I think it's because we were talking about chicken wings.
Oh. Oh, yes, 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 yes,
Shelly's
yes.
like the fuck.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not good at keeping up with whatever I just said. Like anything that comes out of my mouth, I like immediately like don't like think about it. Bloof. It's like comes out of my mouth and it's gone from my brain. So that's what happens.
So yeah. Do you
Yeah.
guys want to do like a an Am I the Asshole or two?
Sure. I think we have time for a couple. Let's bring it on
I have
back
kind of
to
a personal Am I the Asshole?
I love it. Let's go.
That's where my train of thought went there, and that's why I was like kind of weird, quiet. 'Cause I'm like, should I talk about it? Okay,
Yes.
so I have a personal Am I the Asshole because it's kind of a confrontation thing. This was actually my life. This is not related to anyone else, but it does relate to my job. And I have one worker who's been very reliable and very understanding of like a very part-time schedule. So that's been really awesome. We had this job, and the people that had been there for probably a week, but there were 8 people there. There was like basically 2 small families, so 4 adults and 3 kids. So like all the beds got used, the extra beds got used, all the
Wow.
towels got used. That's fine, no big deal. You just expect that in vacation rentals.
Yeah.
So I had time in this scenario because sometimes they have to flip over rather quickly, and it'll go from sometimes you have to do it the same day, other times you have, they'll check out the 10th and they check in on the 11th. Sometimes they check out the 10th and they'll check in the 18th. It just depends on how rentals are going. So I had plenty of time to get things going because I knew it was kind of a lot of work, and I had scheduled to have her help me with that house and basically do it.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of the time consuming stuff done, meaning I got all the laundry finished. I did a very thorough walkthrough of the house just to see how messy it was, including checking toilets. Because, some people have blowouts, sure. But in all, the house was in okay condition, right? It was probably going to, like, the kitchen probably needed the most attention. So I'm like, all right, you got all day this day to do it. Other than that, like, let me know when your hours are done. So I like text her few hours into her telling me she'd gotten there, and I'm like, how are things going? And she's like, oh, plugging away, blah blah blah, right on. So the next morning I never got like a heads up on like if the house was done, which in my opinion it should have. Like, in my opinion, she's done this house so many times in the past with my mom even too.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have taken longer with the work that I did to alleviate a lot of the time. It shouldn't have taken more than 4 hours,
Okay.
in my opinion. And she got in touch with me about mid-morning and told me that the house was ready for guests, which they were checking in that day. So I was like, great, thanks. What were your hours? That's awesome. Like, always complimenting on how hard she works and just very grateful. And she lays down that she was there for 6 hours, which means I lost money on the job. Like, I lost money, like a good amount of it too. And I question it. So here's my Am I the Asshole? I told her I lost money on the job. Am I the asshole for saying so? Because she came back telling me that the toilets were absolutely disgusting and that was the most fecal matter she's ever seen on them ever. And I did just say I did a thorough walkthrough.
Yeah.
I am anal. I was more anal than my mom.
Yeah.
And my mom, at one point in her life, was really anal, but like she got way less anal.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting here kind of going, okay. So like, I made it very clear that I appreciated her hard work, but I did set it up for her for like a very straightforward clean. It would not have taken me to do the actual cleaning part that she was up to doing more than 4 hours with both kids bugging me. And I bring both kids with me to work 99% of the time, right? And they often delay me because they're tiny and they are needy, right? Which
Yeah.
is fine. That's kind of what makes this job nice. You know, I am
Yeah.
anal. Jeez, Vi. I mean, particular. I guess maybe that's the wrong term. That's something my mom would say. But I'm particular, I guess. I don't know why anal is connected with particular. That doesn't make sense. But and Jordan, that's obviously something I'm going to have to do
Yeah.
because I had a moment anyway. So I don't. So part of me doesn't want her to work for me anymore.
Yeah.
Does that make me an asshole?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like no, but like you're a boss and you got to think about honestly what's best for you and your work. Yeah, she's been with like you and also your mom for quite a while, but you got to think about what's best for you and it's business is business. And if she's going to fuck around, then you shouldn't have to put up with that, you know?
Yeah. And like I was skeptical about one of the cleans she did. She lives on the highway. Like I have to go by, right? And I had her at another job a couple weeks ago. And her car was still in her driveway. So it made me feel like she had someone with her working at the job, and that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
And one of the things she said in the message was, because I mentioned like I lost money, I only get this amount, and you're costing me money by like that house should never have taken 6 hours unless you were doing a deep clean. And I didn't have her in there for a deep clean, and deep clean's 40, like a significant difference in price.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She had the nerve to say that I needed to charge the person more to clean.
Okay.
And then continued to say how bad the toilets were. But I will give a positive to this because I don't want to be a major salty pants. The renters that came in gave a huge compliment and said that the house was really nice and in the condition, you know, whatever. The house itself is kind of an IKEA show house when you look at it. It's like
Yeah.
a lot of IKEA furniture, and it's a basic house, but it's nice, you know, for what it is. So I want to be grateful for her. And I said that to her in text. I'm like, I appreciate your attention to detail. But there was a lot of things that I did that should have reduced your time. You shouldn't have been there for 6 hours.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like I was being taken advantage of. So
A
that's kind of where
similar
I'm at.
situation, like kind of like as in like in our job, we occasionally have to clean suites like every last day and first day of the month. That's our major cleaning suites day because a lot of the people that move in are someone moves out for like the last day and someone moves in the next day. So we got a short amount of time to get shit done. And last month it was kind of like a shit show because the other couple was sent to clean this one suite and we feel they really fucked around a lot. And ever since they joined, I was like, we should use this list, a cleaning list that we used at our other place, because the other couple, like at that time, were very fresh new. They're like 3 months in. Like they're very fresh. And I'm like, I feel like we should have this list. And then they're like, no. We know what we have to clean. This isn't, I'm not in charge. So I dropped it. And I'm like, okay, no list, fine. But every time they cleaned a suite, they fucking missed shit. And it would piss me off because no one caught on until I was moving people in and I'm opening up a fucking drawer and the drawer is dirty. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, open the fucking drawers. Drove me nuts. Drove me absolutely crazy. And I'm like, it's not my building. I'm not the boss. I can't get involved with this. So after last month's kind of shit show, granted, the suite they were cleaning, it was a nasty suite, but they still fucked around a lot. Mm-hmm. And they re-cleaned some things that were already clean, which drives me nuts. So this time, after this whole drama went on, and like we've been gone for like about a week or so now, and our boss saw things and caught on to things that they're doing / not doing, that she's like, oh, they're actually not doing things, or they are doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. And I'm not there to like kind of like sweep it under the rug, because like I would just want to get shit done.
Yeah, it's fine.
So like I answered like emails. I did this. If she wants to fuck around with I don't know what, I don't care. Not my building. Not my building. Don't care. So the other day, our boss talked to us going, did you know that they did this? And I'm like, yeah, I know that they do that. And she's like, do you know that they just kind of like disappear? And I'm like, yeah, I know they just disappear. So then finally she brought out, I think it was today. She's like, I have this list, this cleaning list. And I'm sitting there going, that's my cleaning list that I showed you like 6 months ago. And
you refuse to listen to
that. You believed these people to think that they could do it without a list. And I'm just sitting there going, I'm just keeping my mouth shut, because I'm like, at least we're using a fucking list now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like she's like, for every clean, we have to sign off like who cleaned what, so we don't double clean things. And if things are already clean, we do not have to re-clean them, because they like, for instance, the fridge would be clean, and I'd go in and they're ripping apart the fucking fridge and cleaning it, and I'm like, the fridge was clean. Why are you wasting your time with this?
No.
I'd have a list for myself. I have a list for myself. I would use my list on the I don't clean a lot of suites, because I don't get sent to clean suites a lot, because I feel that our boss feels I'm more help doing like the moving people in, like emails, phone calls, and this stuff. So I don't really get sent to do cleaning a lot, because I can be used somewhere else better.
There's like a method to cleaning, and just I want to address Goof real quick as far as like my worker and giving her a set amount of hours versus by the hour, which is legit. If I decide to have her help me again, that's a really good way to approach it. Like, hey, I've got you for 4 hours this day. Give her an allotted time, versus being like, hey, this house needs to be done. I definitely felt like I was taken advantage of, for sure.
Yeah.
But that's good advice, so thank you.
But where the story was going, because I take ages to get to the point, as you know, sometimes. Maybe you need a list for your houses, and then when you do like a thorough like walkthrough, like for instance, like you said that the toilets were clean. You can check off, I checked the toilets and they are clean. So if she tries to pull the toilets weren't clean, you'd be like, my list says they were clean.
It's not that they were clean,
but
they needed to be cleaned, but they weren't covered in urine and fecal matter like she described.
But that's like
does that make sense?
That's like kind of like an example of some sort, you know?
I actually have a list, but in my mind, I'm like, you've been doing these exact jobs for probably 5 years now.
That's a very solid point.
And I was a smoker. Can we make that clear? We all know she is a smoker, and that is fine. But don't be charging me. Don't be charging me for your smoke breaks. This is not that kind of job.
Yeah.
I feel like, no offense, I was a smoker. I can genuinely say I took advantage of my smoke breaks, bitch. I was also very conscious in this type of work to not charge people I was working for all of my motherfucking breaks. Like, you can take plenty of time in between your day to get the house done, but don't charge me for all of it. Sorry, we ain't that kind of business here. It's a get the job done. I'm not paying. That's no offense. And I always pay extra. Always. I always give a little cherry on top, you know?
Yeah.
Like to make sure, you're appreciated. And it's not glorious work. It sucks. Like you're literally cleaning shit out of toilets.
Yeah, it's
I love when Khalees cusses. She reminds me of my mother.
4 hours of work is a 15-minute break.
Yeah, and that's fine.
It also depends on where you work, really. Like, and also the
Labor laws.
circumstances.
Yes. Your mom used to slap the shit out of you. I'm sorry. My brother got spanking. I don't think I ever did. I do have a trash mouth, though.
I got spanked, I think, twice in my life.
I supposedly got spanked when I was younger. Then I got slapped when I was 16 because I talked back to my dad. That was pretty fun.
Oof. Like, I got slapped, like a bum spank twice, but like my parents would always do like the hand thing, and like you'd be like, oh, like you like run away.
Convo got me mad. Oh man.
We're just talking about cleaning houses and being a boss.
Just being a boss. Being a boss sucks.
It does. Like, I'm kind of terrified of the day where like we become the boss, because that's gonna probably happen relatively sooner than later. And I'm like, how am I going to have any tough conversations with people without crying?
That's kind of where I'm at, because I'm nervous to confront this because I don't want to be a little sappy bitch because I know myself.
Exactly. Like,
I'm really sorry. And I'm like, no, that's not where you were
the boss
on your drive over here.
And also, like, we're the boss, so we got to, like, hold it together, you know? We can't be the sappy bitches. Yeah. It's so hard, but like, there's been some situations. Like I said, my boss, after we've been gone for a week, she saw some shit. She's realized a few things, and I'm like, finally, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, like it took you long enough, but like it's also like my own fault too, because like I just did my job. I worked my ass off like at work, and she realized, like, for instance, like, the other girl will, like, she'll dick around and not, like, email people back. And, like, there was this one time when, one of the people, they emailed asking, like, can I have, like, an extra parking stall? And then the girl talked to our boss, be like, oh, this girl wants, like, a stall. And she's like, okay, go find her another stall. And she just didn't do it. She just didn't like answer her, nothing. And then like I came in the like next day, and then I saw it, and I'm like, this is from like 2:00. Did anyone find her a parking stall? Like, what's happening here? And like my boss is like, she didn't answer it. I told her to, and she was busy doing something else. And and I'm like, yeah, that's what she does. Like, I'm not saving her ass. I'm not saying, like, basically, like, that was on my tone. Like, she kept on, like, telling me about these certain things. And, like, I'm just sitting there going, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, they do that.
You don't say.
You don't say, really. Like, for instance, like, the guy got kind of caught, like, in a lie. Because our workday is done at 5. We close up, the lights are off, the door's closed, we're going home at 5. We normally would find them, or like I wouldn't, like Jordan would go down for a smoke, and then he'd see that our lights are on, and they're in there at like 7:00, 8:00, 9:00. What the fuck you doing? Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I can kind of get it. Like, maybe they're printing stuff off because she's in school and maybe she's printing school stuff, but on this day, like, especially, my boss was, like, talking to the guys, because you can't just talk to one of them. You gotta talk to both of them. You can't, like, single them out. And she's like, we need to get better at closing out our, like, work orders, which is, like, when, like, a tenant sends us going, hey, my fridge is making a noise, or hey, my light's burnt out, or hey, this is going on, could you guys come fix it? And when the guys go fix it, they're supposed to come back and write down what they did and then close it out. That's what they're supposed to do. The other guy's really bad at it because he won't close shit out. And then he has the next day off, and then we're like, did he do it? Is it done? Do we need to call them? Like, what's happening? And he's like, and she's like, there was this one thing that wasn't closed out, and I know that you did it. And he's like, no, it's like, it's closed. And she's like, no, it's not. And like, we look and it's closed, and she's like, I swear to God, it wasn't closed. So she looked back because we can see when things are closed, what time we closed it out. He closed it out last night at 7:30 at night.
Ooh.
When we're closed, we're done. Like, no one's downstairs. And she's like, Chelsea, what are they doing? And I'm like, you ask them. I don't know.
You're the boss, girl.
Like,
Outta
and,
here.
and she's like, they need to stop because like people will see that lights are on and they think that we're gonna work, and they'll knock on the fucking door. Like, they need to stop going downstairs and turning on the lights, and people get mixed up and confused, and like they already
totally
don't know
legit.
what time we actually fucking work. But like,
Yeah.
it just confuses it, you know?
Yeah, totally. That's just funny. I'm sorry. It's just
Well, like-
can't be leaving the damn lights on. What the hell?
Exactly. But like, what are you doing at 7:30 at night? People, go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like,
Oh, oops! I forgot to close my work order.
I don't know, but
don't
like,
know.
even
Weird.
like on days that he works and she doesn't work, she'll come in and like help him. And like, our boss is like, how is he gonna learn how to do shit if like she's constantly doing things for him?
Weird.
And she's like, that's the time that she's just be spending with her kid, not downstairs helping her husband do basic shit. Like, she's finally catching on, and it makes me very happy.
I'm glad.
Very happy.
Yeah. It was necessary you guys went on that that wedding because it showed your boss also.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that vacation. I'm like, actually, probably one of the most important times of your life, but you know.
But no, it's great that we come back and like
But yeah,
she's
and she's
realizing
like, oh,
something.
my eyes are so wide open.
Exactly, like literally. And I'm like, yes, yes, thank you. But if we want to read one or some
We'll do one.
am I the assholes? But I really gotta pee. So can we take like a
Go for it.
2-minute break?
Sure, go for it.
Like, do you want to stay or do you want me just to go to BRB?
I'll stay. It's fine.
Okay, you'll stay. Let me
Yeah.
like go to OBS and I don't know, turn off my camera where the fuck my camera is.
Help.
There it is. BRB.
Okay. How's everyone doing? Kelly's going pee pee in the toilet. He farted and it stinks. So I've got a knot in my back in my mid back. And it's really tender. So I got to a job today that I was working at, and I like go to start the laundry and all that jazz. And the snow walls are like literally 20 feet tall in some places, like 15, 20 feet tall. And I'm hearing, like, I didn't hear anything at first, and I rolled down the window because my like inside handle is broken, and we've been meaning to get it fixed, but winter's just been crazy and haven't had a chance to like probably get to the mechanic when we need to. He's a friend of ours, so it works out just fine. Open the window and like hear shoveling and like with winter and snow, like sounds are just off, right? Not only is it genuinely very peaceful, but the sound is off, right? And then I realized that these guys are shoveling like up above me on this massive like snow, mound, and there's this freaking power line that got buried under the snow from the house that I work at. But the house that I work at has underground power lines, so it was safe. This power line ended up being connected to the house behind my house, and these guys were the caretakers, but it was just like crazy to see them like really that high, that like right there, that high above me. And I got out of the car and I looked at them and I'm like, man, this winter's been brutal, right? And they're like, oh yeah. And then I'm like, dude, what you guys are doing right now, that fucking sucks. And I'm really sorry that you have to deal with that. And they all like laughed at me. Probably wanted to slap me, but I thought it was kind of funny. Because the snow has been so brutal. Like, it was this big, white, fluffy, delicious, beautiful winter, and then it rained. You all like rained. It rained. It rained. And then it froze and everything. It's just a mess. So yeah. That's my story with the snow. I can't think of anything else that happened today that was kind of funny. Ella threw a tantrum at school, which was not fun.
Ella's at school?
No, but we
Oh.
dropped John off.
Oh.
She's gonna be going this fall.
Sorry, I
And
didn't
so we
mean
like
to
to get
interrupt.
her involved. It's okay. No, that was perfect timing. And she really wanted this other fire truck that this kid was playing with, and she like tried pushing him away, and I'm like, it's first for me I've ever seen her do that. So I was like, what?
Oh, Jordan's like, just kick her back or something like that. Or kick him back. I don't know what he just said.
So I went and regulated a little bit. I was like, Ella, honey, use your words. Don't take from other kids. You know, the whole nine. Well, she didn't like that. She's my kid. He's my child and Kona's child. Oh my
Yeah.
God. We're annoying people. We've realized having our own children. Boy, she threw a fit.
Oh,
I
wow.
got her another fire truck to like play with. Missed. That wasn't good enough. Nope. Hit her head on the floor, throwing a fit. Oh yeah. All the drama. And there's this short, and I can't remember the name of it right now. But it's essentially about an autistic child, which Ella is not autistic that we're aware of. But there's this scene on it where the dad just yells at the kid, like, why can't you just be normal at the playground?
Yeah.
And like or no, this is before that. The kids like just being themselves, and all the parents and all the kids are looking at them like they're these aliens, and like something's like the kid is infected or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt that way a little, like leaving the school with all the teachers, and like there's only 3 teachers, but like, and all the kids were like looking at her, and I felt really embarrassed for her. And it
Aww.
was like awkward. So that's my one kid story for the night. Ella threw a fat tantrum, and it was very dramatic. And it's been a new thing lately. It's like, help me, please. So here we're gonna switch gears real quick, okay?
Yeah.
Here's one of our Am I the Assholes for the night. I think it's saved. Okay, good. 8:56. All right. I didn't review any of these, so I just picked the first one that I put into the Discord with Chelly and I. So
Sounds good.
this one might not be that spicy. I don't know. But the title says, Am I the asshole refusing to go on vacation with my boyfriend because he invited his friend without telling me?
Ooh.
I mean, I want to say yes.
Depends on the friend. Like, if you fucking hate this friend.
Thanks, Goof. I appreciate that. I didn't feel like it either.
Oh yeah,
personally.
you're not the asshole. I agree.
I guess it was like, am I the asshole for being like, hey, you lost me money? And I didn't think so. Kona thought I shouldn't have said that, but I was like, but it's
Like,
the truth.
like I'm sure, in a perfect world, there was a better way to phrase it. But you know what?
Sure.
No,
Yes.
like it's fine. Like let's be real here.
I was shocked, but yes, I'm the asshole. Depends on.
No, I think
Wow.
I think he means like for the story.
I mean, I am honestly. I've been
No.
thinking I am the whole time. No, I'm joking. I know he's talking about that.
Okay, good. I'm like trying to just clarify.
No. Hey, I'm an asshole a lot sometimes. So like,
Same.
I try not to be. I really try
Same.
not
It's
to be.
so hard sometimes, you know. And sometimes it just happens.
Anyways,
Anyways.
it's so bad. Ugh. Don't like myself for it. Anyways. So in a couple of weeks, my boyfriend and I have planned to go to France for a couple of days as a romantic getaway. His words, not mine. Lucky.
Okay.
Just to spend some quality time together because we've both been busy with work. Shame. I was excited. I'm already like negative Nancy on this chick. I need to calm
Yeah.
down. Shh. Tone. It's everything. It's everything. I was excited about the trip and to spend some quality time with my boyfriend. But then he drops this bombshell on me. He invited one of his friends because apparently he's always wanted to see France, so my boyfriend thought he would be kind and ask his friend to come along. So this was a big shock to me and told my boyfriend about my concerns. He told me that his friend was already paid for his flight ticket, and he said that he was planning on either changing our hotel room to a room with 2 beds or his friend would sleep on the sofa. He did all of this without telling me a thing. I told my boyfriend that, quite frankly, I don't want his friend to come and it was supposed to be a romantic getaway. But he said that his friend won't bother us and he'll do his own thing. But I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with it. We argued for a bit and a bit more, with him saying that he paid for most of the trip so he feels entitled to be able to bring his friend along. In the end, I just got so fed up, and I may be a bit dramatic, but I felt betrayed, so I told him I wouldn't be coming if his friend was. He said I was being ridiculous and I should go since it's been paid for anyway, and I was being overly dramatic, but this is how I feel. He said I was being manipulative and cruel for making him choose between me and his friend. Am I the asshole?
I'm sorry, but I'm going with no, you're not the asshole in this situation. Like, if your boyfriend initially called this a quote unquote romantic getaway, and then you invite your fucking friend, what? No.
Yeah.
And secondly, this is just there's nothing in the story except for this. It sounds like that they live in Europe, because no one's flying from like America to France for a couple days.
Yeah.
There's no fucking
Maybe
way.
they're in the UK or something.
Exactly. Which means the flight tickets aren't even that bad. They're like super cheap, okay? Your friend can go to France whenever the fuck he wants, essentially. And if he's paid for his trip now, he could have done it some other time. Why is it gotta be when you planned a nice thing with your girl? What the fuck is this? I'm triggered.
His comment says, wait. Personally, I have a kid, tons of friends. I have a kid, tons of friends, too fucking many, and a wife. If I get any goddamn moment for just us two, I take it without a hesitation. And no, I don't give a shit if your dream is to see France. Figure it out on your own goddamn time. I want to be buck ass naked with my wife in my hotel every damn second I can. Not a single friend of mine will take that away.
Yeah, thank you, random person on the internet. That's how I feel.
That's funny.
Oh my god. And then to pull I paid for like most of the trip. Like, fuck you. What does that mean?
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck
Since
you.
I pay for it, I can let anyone come.
Exactly. I'm like,
what?
Like, I don't know what their like situation is, but like as a couple, Jordan and I don't have like his cash and my cash. It's our cash, all of it. Mm-hmm. So if we pay for a trip, we are paying for a trip. It doesn't matter if most of it comes out of my bank or his bank. It's all the same in our brains. What a dickhead. Dump him.
Wow.
Dump him.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, bye, have fun in France. And I'd be like, bye.
Bye. And then whilst
packing my shit,
whilst
I'm out.
You're there, I'm packing my bags and moving out of the house.
I'm
out. Like, oh my God. Like, nah.
Wait, I have a small one too. I'm going to do it. Because this one made me laugh. I read this one full through. It's because silly. Okay, am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to not insult any kind of food?
Okay. Let's go.
I, 26 male, recently had a fight with my girlfriend. He writes her name, Sarah, 26 female, which I don't feel like names are usually spread out too often on
Yeah,
here.
they don't normally like out people
It's
like that.
usually like he or she or they or them or whatever.
Yeah.
After she disrespected the food an old friend gave to me as a gift.
Okay.
My old friend, let's call her Priya. So he names his girlfriend, but not the old friend. I'm sorry.
That clearly shows where they stand, honestly. He's like, fuck Sarah. I'm going to just out her. You're muted.
Oh, oops, my bad. I coughed and thought I unmuted. So Priya is, I think it's Priya, not Priya. Priya is Indian American. We went to college together. She was a great cook and really made me fall in love with Indian food. Indian food is delicious.
It's the bomb.
A week ago, she called me as she was in town for a work thing. We met for lunch, and at the end, she gave me a container full of my favorite Indian dishes as a parting gift.
Nice.
Nice.
Love it.
I decided to eat that food for dinner and offered some to Sarah. She said that she would never eat that food since she hates the smell and it looks disgusting. I was shocked at her reaction and told her that she should not disrespect any kind of food. She said I was overreacting and that it was just her preference. Am I the asshole?
No, you're not the asshole.
Sorry.
But at the same time, she was probably brought up in a household where you only ate like the basic white people food. You
Sounds
know?
like it.
Like there's people like that. So I don't think she's an asshole. I just think she's not like,
Cultured or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not a cultured person. So like to her,
So he says there's an edit. He says, I see comments asking me why food should be respected because it's essential for us to survive and many people in the world can't afford it. This is so obvious, he says.
but also at the same time, you may not like a certain food, but if someone else likes the food, why do you feel the need to shit on something like that? Like just be like, you don't even have to say like you don't like it. Like, you could say it in so many different ways that like, you know what? I'm not.
Oh, I really don't think I don't like that. Or you could just say it just differently instead of
Yeah.
like berate it, I guess.
Yeah. Like I just think it's like a cultural thing too. Like like I said, I think I bet you any money she was brought up on basic white food.
I agree. So that was a short and sweet one that made me laugh for some reason because this guy got really offended that his girlfriend did not like his
Yeah.
old college friends' food. That was a gift.
Exactly. And like for instance, like I can easily say I do not like cilantro. But
true.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, if you eat it, you're disgusting. But like,
Yeah.
it's just like I just don't like cilantro, so I just personally avoid it.
Does it taste like soap like it does for most
Yes.
people? Yeah.
Jordan and I are part of the soap like the soap club.
So sad.
Like it is sad because I want to know what you taste.
It's just like almost onion like in a
Okay.
way. Kind of, but less acidic, I guess.
Okay, I guess.
Kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say it's as sweet as a green onion. It has a little bit more of a snap to it. But does it taste buds where many people taste it as soap?
Yeah, I think like majority of people taste like you, for instance, like they taste it just fine. But then there's a small, I think it's like 25% or maybe less.
It's a good amount of people, in fact,
Taste
actually.
taste soap like us, and like
It just sucks because pico de gallo is delicious. It's the fresh salsa, right? It's
yeah,
just onions, tomatoes, and cilantro with like lime and a
Yeah.
little sprinkle of salt,
Like-
maybe.
like I can have it like inside of a burrito, but I know that every once in a couple tastes, I will have a big chunk and
You'll
be
get
like,
a little crunch
"Ooh,
of it.
ugh."
Yeah. Yeah, but you can work around it. It's okay. but,
Exactly.
like,
I can work around it. Exactly. Yeah, I can normally make it work, but like, yeah, just not cilantro fan.
We have this like pretty tasty, fresh made. I mean, we live in the mountains, so it's obviously not fresh fish, but it's fresh enough. Sushi that they sell at the grocery store and they make it every day, right?
Love it.
But they've been having some issues. I've had to stop getting their food because any of the parts of the roll that touch the ginger taste like mold.
Oh no.
And I think they have a bad ginger batch and they're just adding it to all this. So I've just had to stop eating it
Ah.
until it gets better one day. So
That's sad.
My story.
Aw.
I miss it because it's pretty good. It's like $5 for like a little, like a roll, like a
Yeah.
good sized roll, and it's like pretty cheap. And it's like,
Yeah.
bam, go, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's like
Definitely.
you just getting things in your food that are moldy.
No.
So that's where I get with the cilantro thing. Like, yeah, I don't taste the soap, but man, I know we all can relate to when you
have a bad
have
bite
that
or
bite
something.
of something and it's moldy. And I'll never forget Kona and I thinking that this syrup we had was good. We didn't know it got molded. Yeah, we had
What?
no idea. We doused our pancakes with it. We were so
Oh,
stoked. They were good,
sad.
fluffy pancakes too,
Oh
man. They were the good
no.
ones. I think he had started eating it first. I don't think I actually got onto mine, and he recognized it was bad. And then,
Yeah.
God damn. And I think what our problem was is we had put it in the fridge for some reason at one point, and then took it back out, and I think that's where it got bad. Don't put it back in the fridge.
Really?
Don't put it in the fridge ever.
Oh, I love cold. Like I'm a cold
Yeah.
syrup though. Love
It's.
cold
I mean,
syrup.
just don't take it back out for too long. I guess is the idea.
I've done like I don't know, but like we have set like different
We
shit,
got
but like
bad. Yeah.
I always like leave shit out all the time, but like
I normally have two, but then I had that one moment happen where I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna test that again. That's gross.
yeah.
I have a thing with mold. The moment it's in my tongue,
Yeah. No.
tapped out.
Like for instance,
Not
like
gonna eat that for a minute.
like that happened a while ago. Like this happened a long time ago. Like this is gonna bring you back a little bit because you guys were really heavy into Destiny way back in the day. And there's the odd occasion where like we would join you and play like round with you and like your friends.
Sure.
And I think it was I was playing with you guys being shitty and just not being good at the game. And then I had this cup of like a McDonald's cup like on my desk for longer than I thought. It was out and
no.
I was like I'm going to take a sip of this like iced tea. And it was iced tea. So I took a sip and I'm like, yeah, it's iced tea, whatever. And then like I opened it and on the top was like mold. So it was sitting there longer than I expected.
Oh,
and
so
I
sorry.
immediately felt like disgusting. And I to this day, I like can see it now. Like I'm like, guys, I gotta go. And then I kind of just exited out because I'm like just so grossed out.
You trying to
Yeah,
gag yourself,
exactly.
basically.
So like I had to like be like, you guys keep playing, but I need to leave. And like you guys were all like, well, okay, bye, I guess. And I'm like, no, I gotta go. I gotta go, guys.
I can't explain myself right now.
I
I have
can't-
got to go.
I can't tell you what just happened, but I need to leave.
I'm still processing what the fuck just happened. Can't talk about it yet.
Like, but now, like, I don't know how long that drink was sitting there. I didn't think it was that long, but apparently it was.
Long
And-
enough, apparently, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that
and-
sucks.
Yeah. and like we were pretty fresh like into our friendship and I'm like I don't want to tell anybody that because they might think that that's disgusting and then not talk to me ever again.
I probably would have related to another situation I had with mold.
Oh jeez. But like it happens like sometimes you take out some like raw chicken
does.
and then it thaws like in the fridge and then you're mean to cook it and then the next day you don't cook it and then the next day you don't cook it and then the next day you don't cook it and then you're like, oh shit, I should probably like cook it and like you smell it and you're like, I don't know about that.
So he's gonna smell this. And he's
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's like, nope, that's not good.
Like
Or
this
he'll be
one-
like, oh, it tastes fine or smells fine. I'm like,
But it's weird when like you have like seasonings in because you can't really tell because then you smell the
Yeah.
seasoning. So like there was this one time when we were like gonna cook it up and I'm like sitting there smelling it, looking at it. Jordan, you smell it. He's smelling it and he's like, I don't know. And I'm smelling it and I'm like, I don't know. And then we finally we're gonna cook it up. We cook it up. It looks amazing. I take one bite and I'm like, I don't know if it's good or not, and I don't want to eat this. Like
you
we
can
could
just feel it. You knew it was bad.
I don't know, or like I've like thought about it too much, and I'm like I
Yeah,
can't
no,
eat this
if
now.
No, I'm
Eat-
with you.
Like even if this is perfectly fine, it's been sitting in
Nope.
the fridge for too long.
I thought about it too long too. Nope.
And
Yeah.
like we cooked a full meal, like the chicken and the sides, and we're like, we can't, we don't
Just
want to eat
sides
this
tonight, babe. No protein.
food poisoning. It is no joke.
It's the worst.
I've had it once, and it was terrible. I had it lasted for like 3 days. It was not good. Not good at all. It was
Oof.
like mouth and bum. It was nasty.
Oh yeah, both ends.
Both
Oof.
ends. Ooh.
And you like stomach cramping too.
And like you just feel like death.
Awful.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
No.
thanks.
Don't want to risk it. No, thank you.
Good on that.
Well,
On that note,
on that note,
don't want to get food poisoning. Right?
hey, no. Oh my god.
See who's on in the world here.
Who's out here?
Hello.
You find somebody if you can, because if I go to a different screen, it might be like, Clay's is gonna disappear.
That's fine.
Don't know who's live
See
right
who's
now.
down here.
Any turtles?
Pop Doris is playing My Time at Portia. Let's look
Ooh.
this area. We got turtles tonight?
I don't think
Yeah.
we have turtles. Do
We
we
got
have
turtles. Oh yeah. Got turtles and Pop Doris on our Wawta channel.
Who
I
do you
follow
want
a lot of people on my Twitch. I need to clean up house.
You need to purge some people.
Big time. Like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, once
Honestly.
like once in a blue moon, I kind of like purge people, going, "You never played the game that I initially followed you for, so." And I
Out.
don't really want to watch what you're currently playing, so peace out.
And some people just don't stream anymore that I used to follow.
True.
And
Holy
not to
shit.
bail on them, but like
So many people.
I'm bailing.
So many people. Yeah. Pop Doris, maybe? Yeah. Do you want to do like Pop Doris?
yeah, she just went on a BRB, but she's gonna be jamming for a bit, I think.
Cool. I
Yeah,
can
I'm down.
start that if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
But yeah, I put the water raid in there.
Yeah.
Here's our socials. And yeah, thank you for popping in, and glad you could sit through my K-pop rants. I'm always down.
Gladly.
I'm always down. If you ever have any questions, just let me know, and I can talk for hours about it. Trust me.
Yes.
Trust me.
I should see how the kids like the K-pop. I feel like Ella would get really into it.
I will send you
Too,
some good
so.
shit. I'll send you some
Okay.
good shit.
Excellent. Well, you guys, that's another installment of What a Podcast. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Lots of
Next
things.
week, I think we are going to start our series of reviewing Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
We're hoping to watch the first one Tuesday and then go over, or like talk about it on Wednesday.
Yes.
So keep that in mind.
If you
Next
guys want to
week.
watch it, you guys can join in, and if not, you can watch us talking about a ghosty movie.
Oh yeah, we'll be watching it on Discord, huh? Because we're gonna watch it together. So
Yeah.
if anyone wants to join.
Yeah, come on in on Khalees's Discord, probably.
Probably.
We'll talk about it more.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more. It'll probably be on my Discord.
We have 10 seconds. I hope you all have a wonderful
So-
day.
Bye.
Bye.